So let's say you, like 7% of Americans, have an appendix that decides it doesn't like you anymore and now it's going to kill you. And let's say that you couldn't afford health insurance or you didn't get it, so you really can't afford an expensive surgery. But considering that removing an appendix is a relatively common thing that a lot of people have, you think it shouldn't be that hard to get treated without going to debtor's prison. You have a few days before you straight up die, and even though it's very dangerous and oh so extremely painful, you decide to call around to hospitals to see where the best deal is, so you call around and then you learn. They won't tell you. Fun fact, hospitals are not give you the price for anything, and it will probably take hours and hours of calling to get even the chance to get an estimate, which is not required to be accurate and usually isn't. You can't comparison shop like this. The hospitals do have a mass list of what they charge for everything from an IV to a bed, but that's pretty heavily classified, which means you only have guesses. Oh, and you're still dying at the moment, so you drive yourself to the nearest hospital because an ambulance costs too much, putting everyone on the road in danger and are knocked out for surgery. When you wake up with a bill and a call from your boss saying that you're fired, you call her back to explain, but she doesn't listen. Too bad. Even with a doctor's note, your employer can still fire you for missing work. So you look at the bill, and this was hard to calculate, and depend how much you get screwed over, which is why all cost in this video can vary wildly, but the large amount of people on the internet trying to figure out how this happened on them has quotes from anywhere from $15,000 to $180,000. You got charged the median price, which is $34,000, and assuming that you work 60 hours a week at minimum wage, you make about $23,000 a year, before taxes. The fact that a hospital can charge $1,500 suggests that it either costs that or less to remove an appendix. The median price for this very common procedure is 22 times the most that it could actually cost. Okay, but if they're being unreasonable, that just means you don't buy it. I mean, that's how capitalism works, right? Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out too well. Appendicitis is just the example I used because it's really common and there isn't really a way to prevent it, which stops the people saying you deserve to die from cancer from talking to the leukemia kids. But this exists everywhere. The cost of insulin went from $100 a month to over $400 in a few years. Blood tests are usually very cheap. With insurance, $5. Without insurance, $150. The average price to make an IV is like $1. Hospitals have known to charge up to $500 for them. I refuse to believe that this system is anything other than broken. I don't care what the heck you believe about freedom, no one should have the right to do this. This is wrong and this happens all the time. And if you don't care, just for the record, even if you are insured, sometimes insurance does this thing called not covering something. And then you're screwed too. Hey, it's My Opinions Are Facts. I hope you liked this video because I worked hard on it. And by worked hard on it, I mean actually Googled studies and added more pretty pictures. And the link to the studies I used are down below because I'm really bad at reading studies. I'm probably doing this wrong. Anyway, thank you for watching.